says, Iron Dad's seen the back rooms. No, he has not. It's better that way? Oh, God. I have a funny story, but I'm like, my mom saw the back rooms. My mom saw it with my sister, and I kid you not. What did she think of it? Well, first off, my mom couldn't sleep for like a week. All right, I'm gonna... When my mom came to me, after she saw the back room, she said, I will forever remember her freaking out about it. Because she was like, I can't believe that there could ever be a person who would make such a terrible movie. And I'm like, what do you mean? She was like, that movie was horrible. It was full of the devil, demons. Who could make something like that? And I'm like... She was like, I can't She's like, whoever made that has mental problems. They have problems and they need to go to church. And I'm like, Mom, can you believe that the person that made that is 21 years old? And she was like, what? She's like, there's no way a 21-year-old made that. No one who is 21 years old has that much evil inside of them. And I'm like... I was dying laughing, bro. I was fucking dying. I was gonna fucking throw up. It was so funny. It was so funny. And she was like, I don't believe you. And then I showed her Kane, and she was like, I can't believe this. This is impossible. How can that kid make a movie? Oh my God. She was just like, I just don't understand how anyone can come up with something like this. Who thought about all this stuff? And I had to explain to her what the back room. I was like, well, the back room started on the internet. And she goes, oh, so it was a bunch of crazy people on the internet, and they made that. Did Iris dislike the movie? No, she didn't like it. She hated it. She didn't like it because she doesn't like... She thought she would like it because in her mind, like, I told her, oh, it's just the back rooms. It's no big deal. And I had explained to her what the back rooms was, right? So I sat down and I explained to my sister what the back rooms was. And she thought, okay, well, I guess it's safe since it's about, like, empty spaces. There's not gonna be anything scary happening. Yeah, she got mad at me. She was like, how could you do this to me? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she was like, that was scary. And I'm like, of course it's scary. It's the back rooms. I told you. She was, yeah, but you told me it was just, like, about emptiness and rooms. And I'm like, she's like, you didn't tell me there was a monster and that there's blood. She's like, you know I can't do blood. I can't look at blood. That's why I don't like scary movies. Okay, I was like, well, it's not my fault that, I mean, how was I supposed to know there was a monster in the movie? And she was like, you know about this stuff. You're on the internet all the time. You practically live there. You should know. I mean, she ain't wrong. She was like, you need to tell me these things. And I'm like, listen, but did you like it? And she was like, no, I didn't like it. So, I'm sorry, Kane. You don't have two new fans. My mom and my sister hated the movie. They didn't like it. But then, I'll tell you, after a while, my mom was like, I can't believe such a young man made that movie. So, like, at first she was like, ah! And then she didn't sleep for like a week. And then she was like, I can't believe somebody that young made a movie. That's incredible. And I'm like, dear God, okay. She did. She after a while she came around and she was like, that must have been a lot because he's just a kid. And I was like, well, he started working on it during COVID and he like was working on it online. And like I showed her like his I showed her some of like his videos. She goes, he made this himself without the movie people? And I'm like, yeah, he just made these movies by himself. And she was like, wow, the next generation is so talented. And I'm like, she's like, I still hate the movie though. I was like They need church, but they're talented. It's just the concept of everything just sort of really freaked her out. Like, she's never seen anything like that before. Listen, my mom hasn't watched a horror movie since The Exorcist, okay? Imagine going from The Exorcist years ago to watching this. This is, like, beyond her understanding. To her, this is, like, she's never seen anything like this. And it just, like, really freaked her out. Didn't that Yeah, The Exorcist traumatized my mom so bad that she never watched another horror movie ever again. Tell her you found the back rooms in real life? What compelled her to watch the back rooms? She watched it with my sister. Because I told my sister to watch it. Because I was like, oh yeah. I was like, you should definitely... Because my sister's been trying to like get into like more things that I like. She was like, recommend me something that doesn't have blood in it, that's not too like scary. I was like, you should watch the back rooms. It's not scary. Well, yeah, but my sister can't watch Obsession because there's a lot of blood in it. Like the gore, she just can't. My sister cannot process or handle any blood or gore at all. She does not like it. She cannot watch it. She can't watch Obsession.